now painted it all pink. I feel like it can use this in a little touch up, so I'm going to just be touching up some of these corners because it's still a little white. It's such a pale pink that it's so pale that all the white you can see, but it doesn't look too bad. So now I'm thinking we can do, it's so hard to go on top of your head, but I want to make this tree, like I'm really big on this tree idea I have in my head, so I guess that's what we're gonna do. And like I usually always do my trees black. What was that? I always do my trees black because like it kind of gives it as if it's like in the distance or something, but I mean, I guess you can do yours however you like it. Oh yeah, and I forgot to even say that, like, this isn't like a tutorial because I honestly don't know what I'm doing, and like I'm not gonna sit here in front like I know how to paint, because I don't. I do this for fun. I do it because I enjoy doing it. But I don't mean I'm like know how to do it, like, you know what I mean? So it's not a tutorial, but if you like what I'm doing, I'm also just going to be explaining what I'm doing. So if you are enjoying it and want to do it, you can, because I'll give you that, you know? So now I'm going to be taking, I keep saying so really loud and it's super late. Bro, is this black? I'm so confused. But basically you're going to get black out, or it says pavement. I guess that's what it says. I guess this is black, right? But it kind of looks gray. But like, do I not have a black? Guess not. All right. So I think I want the tree on like this side. I'm kind of scared because I don't know how I forgot how to do a tree, because in my first painting ever I did a tree, but I was like hawking the tutorial, like I was so watching it like a lot, so I'm scared because I'm doing this on a video and I'm not trying to mess up, so I want this to turn out right, but we'll see. So enough talking with me, we're just gonna try. So I'm taking this skinny
yeah, so I'm taking it and I'm just gonna start right here and just drag it down. Whoa, can you see that? I'm gonna see what I'm painting today, so that's why I'm doing this now. It kind of, and this, by the way, it kind of looks like gray, but it's actually gray. I think it is gray, honestly, because
I'm not colorblind, but this looks a little bright. I swear I had a black though. I don't know where my black is. Anyway, so after you filled it in, I'm gonna be taking a very, 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 very fine. Wow, can you even see that? Now you can. A very fine paintbrush, and wait. Trying to bring back memories of how I did it before. You're gonna take like a flat head, not a fat head, a flat head, to make the thick branches, the knees to make the little ones. So you're gonna be dipping it in that same color. Oh yeah, also before we move on, because I like to move really fast for some reason, if you can see while I'm trying to zoom, terrible zooming job, and the edges you can see as if it's like right here. You could clean those up if you want, because if you like that little precise smooth look. I sometimes do that at the end. I'm just saying now you could, but you know, while you have the brush, you know, yeah, you're gonna go back. So guess we can go all the way up, and we're gonna start just extending putting a little bit in our brush. Try to make sure you guys can see. And we're gonna just take it from here. I already see like a hump right here, so I guess we're gonna start out, tip, stop. Boom, just like that. And then I'm gonna do it again at this bottom chord. What kind of word is chord? What am I saying? At this bottom little curve right here, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go flat, 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 and a brush, stop. And the whole idea with that is because a brush is like a branch goes Like since this is flat, I'll go all the way flat, then at the tip would be like where it starts to get short at, because all trees do that. So now I'm just going to be filling in the branch, like with some more gray, because they don't need to be spotty. And if you need to, kind of making the ends a little more pointy like they should be. This one is kind of going down, but it's okay because it's a branch, you know. Branches aren't perfect, and I'm not perfect either, so it's not gonna be perfect. So, keep saying so. Jesus Christ. You know how sometimes you use too much paint and it becomes like lumpy? Yeah, I don't like that. I need to like smooth this out. Oof. Okay, so what is going on right here? I'm gonna have to fix this. I guess I'm trying to just make it sharp right here. Look what I just did. Oh well. Oh well, we're not gonna keep doing it. I just messed up the first painting I ever did. By keep messing with something, you just have to live with it sometimes. So I'm trying to see. I just did down here and up here. And I'm trying to see if I need to add, I could probably add this one right here. And then make my branch point upward like this, right there. And then just go down like this. I know this is so simple and I'm explaining it like it's the hardest thing in the world, but for those who want to know, I guess. So basically me just trying to clean up these ends, because you can see, oh my god, you can see that it kind of needs cleaning up. That's what I'm doing. And I always try to make the ends of it pointy, because that's usually how trees are. You're gonna at least take another fine brush. Oh yeah, I forgot y'all over there. You could take this one and this one, or either one you like, but I'm taking this one, and we're gonna just try to point out these edges as point as we can before we start adding the smaller branches that's coming off of the larger branches. So one thing I have to say, like the branches you make out of your tree, as you can see, I'm a little bit rough on the edges. And like right here, it's one thing I need to comment on. This little lump right here, I always learn that when you mess up, don't keep adding on. Like let's say I wanted to fix this line, like this line right here, then I gotta make this one match that, then it gets thicker and thicker and thicker because I'm not precise. So what I do with these situations, like yeah, I guess you could close this off because it's right by it, but like up here, you just make this that long branch. You just make this a long branch, because if you try to match this up, you're gonna just make it too thick, and then that's how everything just turns out wrong. I learned that as well. Like when something's bad, like you need to just think about it first, because you can ruin the whole thing. You probably won't even like it anymore. Just like I didn't like my other one. Or you can simply just take your time, be neat, do it how you like. But then again, no one's perfect. It may not turn out perfect lines like you want to. But I mean, like, I guess it's all on how you do it. Ooh, that was raspy. But it's all on how you do it. And if you don't do it right, try not to keep adding on, because it never turns out well. So now, basically, I'm going to be trying to do the smaller branches for this. Of course, I'm taking that fine tooth, not fine tooth, it's not a comb here. That finer brush, paintbrush, and I'm taking a little bit of paint on the brush because I want to have most control over this when I do it. But basically, you're just going out. Wow. You're going out and just making lines. But think realistically as you go. And it's so hard to like do it because I be nervous and I have a very shaky hand. Well, I'm not gonna say I have a very shaky hand because I know my hands don't shake all the time, but it's not very steady when it comes to something like this, especially since I'm kind of like sleepy. But I'm gonna be doing that throughout the whole thing, so I'm gonna do it one more time, just like explain the ones out there who wants to like know. I recommend you doing it on the parts where you kind of see where you kind of messed up, where you kind of messed up the little straight branch line. That's what I'm doing here. I'm just going down and then trying to make that end pointy. Once you make that end pointy like that, boom, don't mess with the line anymore. So then you'll get a little bit on your paintbrush, rub some off, and then you're gonna go down, but then branch off somewhere different. And then once you do that, you're gonna also make this, oh my god, you can't even see. You're gonna make this and you're gonna point this one as well. Something about making it pointy because branches are pointy. And then you're gonna take some more paint and you're gonna go down it again. But then you're gonna extend it on the other side. And I always kind of make them long because, well, it's not really reason. Branches are random, you know. You make this one pointy or even keep it going. It's like if you mess up, just make it into another branch. Like that's really what I do. But you would never know I messed up because it still looks perfect because it's a branch, you know. So zoom out. Now that's how that one looks. So I'm going to keep going with this and to show you, I'm only going to do this branch right here to show you what to do with the other ones, okay? Finished completing the bottom branch area. This is how it looks from the back. Yeah, so I usually always make my bottom branches kind of full of little smaller version of branches because I feel like this is your base, and as you go up you can decide where you want yours, like less as you go up but more down. So basically here I feel like there's no limit to how many branches. Like the sky is your limit when it comes to how many branches you want in your tree, because I feel like it will still look pretty It's just one thing is make sure you have a reasonable gap between each branch. Like right here is a gap, here's a gap, and here's a gap. I don't want them, well, it's yours. You do it how you like it. But I don't really feel like it's too realistic for branches to be right up on each other, because on a real tree you see they're kind of spaced out. But if you can make it look good, you do what you like. But I honestly feel like if you look here, this is a main branch. This, you know, of course this whole big dude is your main, but this is your main branch. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So these are the main branches. But then you make the little branches on the sides, and that doesn't matter. So I feel like the gap really depends on like the main ones. Like the gap between the main ones matters, but not the gap between the tiny ones, if that makes any sense. You don't want them to be all up on each other, but I feel like the tiny ones, it's okay because it's a tree, you know. So now I'm just looking around, like seeing any loamies that I need to fill in. But one thing I have to say is the whole making them neater. You have to be careful, because when you're trying to, like, let's see if I can zoom in. I just did this, right? As you can see that it's not as straight as you will want it to be. But then again, if you keep trying to fill it in, it will then get too chunky and it won't look like a branch. And that's one thing I always learned. Like, when you keep trying to fix something, you make it worse. Not saying like don't try to fix it, but be cautious of how you're trying to fix it, because you honestly may ruin your painting. And try to not try to ruin your painting, because I know I do that, and it kind of makes me kind of sad, because I really get really far into my painting, and then I do one little thing that makes me dislike the whole thing. I'm like, how? But it's just that, like, if your branches are too thick and they're the same size as the actual tree, then it's not gonna look too pretty. But I feel like if they're rough around the edges, you can really get a fine tooth one like this. But this is so fine. Like, this one is so fine. This one is really skinny, and I'm already still making those rough edges look. So it's really on you if you want to try to take that risk and fill it in. But then again, I don't really have the best steady hand either, so maybe that's another reason I don't have the best steady hand. So yeah, I'm just looking. I feel like it's decent. I don't really like it when it's too naked at the bottom. I feel like the bottom should be, you know, thick. So now you're just really gonna do the same at the top. You're just gonna be cautious that you already have a lot going on down in this area. So I'm just gonna show you that before I speed through. Let me add some more paint, because I need more paint. But like right here, you will only maybe like do 2 instead of doing a lot at the bottom, because you don't want them colliding together. You just, you know, want them to look spaced out in a way. So I'm gonna show you what I mean. I will be taking this, since this area is kind of blank, I will give that to this one to extend down to, and I'm extending it but stopping here. I kind of made it curve this way. I kind of made it curve like this way because this one is in the way, but my branches will kind of make up for that little curve I just did. Then again, you see it's rough around the edges, but I can live with that one. But I'm now just making like some twigs on the tree, like so. Just going like this, and maybe this is our last one. Then add a couple on the sides. Yeah, we're just gonna make them connect. So that's that area. But the main area I'll focus on is really, I won't be doing one here, but I would just focus on the ends. now, like when you do these, you focus on the ends. Maybe here you do the bottom row. But yeah, so I'm gonna just go ahead and do it and then be back. Looks when I finished it, I feel like it looks really cute behind this pink background, but I feel like I could have done more. Maybe like a little gradient of like the sunset thing behind it with the tree. But yeah, this is the tree. I feel like this video was like a tree tutorial and it really wasn't meant to be a tree tutorial, even though it's really not a tutorial. Well, you know what I meant. Like, hold on, I'm trying to hold this with one hand and paint that part. Okay, so I feel like this turned out to be like a cheat tutorial, like I said, and really good because I really don't have any room to add any cute little designs. Oh wait, I think I could. Oh, my voice sounds so deep. That means I'm tired. Maybe we can add those little white little things around it, you know, like, you know how you take the little fan brush and you just start maybe we can do one of those. I don't know, I'm trying to make it like a little spiced because it's not really spiced at all right now. So this is basically what I'm at. One of these all around, even though it's splashing all over me. Whatever. It's all over me. Yeah, it's crazy over here. But yeah, maybe it's cute, maybe it's not. It's something. I think I did decent for trying to teach. I guess that's what this video turned out to be. I'm just gonna say that it turned out to be a tree teaching video, which I have no problem with it being that, because, you know, I was basically just painting and then I turned into a tutorial of me showing you how to do a tree. So yeah, that's that. I hope if you were trying to learn from somebody who really doesn't know how to do it, I hope you actually learned something. But if you weren't trying to learn, I hope you actually enjoyed the video of me just painting, period. You know, got something out of this, or just sitting here relaxing, I guess. I don't know. But it is now 3:47 a.m. and I'm now going to be going to sleep. So thank you all for watching this video. I know it's really nothing, just me painting a tree, but yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want. See you guys in the next video.